Okay. All right. So we're gonna have to get off Instagram and come back live. All right. Yeah, I'm live now. She said I'm live now. Okay. All right. Instagram, you guys are still there with me. We're live now. We were live on Instagram the whole time. Now we're live on Facebook. So okay, great. Awesomeness. All right. I saw the countdown. I thought we was ready to go. Now we are. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Hey. So again, once again, for you guys over here on IG, we had talked about how beautiful this lovely Tuesday afternoon is, and the last week of the month of April. So we're kind of winding up out of here, making sure that everyone is still on point, on track with all their business aspirations, everything that they have planned, and keeping everybody in a safe place in terms of we're going to talk about business mistakes, which are mostly common. Some people, there's a lot of them, and we don't want to be making the same mistakes over and over again that other people have made. And they say you learn from not only your mistakes, you learn from other people's mistakes, right? So what you don't want to do is go down that same road, as we call it, and make those same mistakes. So I want to point those things out early in the game. So for those of you who have already started your business, who haven't started your business yet, some of the things that you want to make sure that you avoid, right? Because they can be very costly, and we don't want to do that. We definitely in business don't want to throw away any extra dollars that we don't have to. So if it means that you got to do things right from the start, so you don't have to pay again or having it cost you more money to correct things that you could have done right in the first place, right? This is what we don't want to have that. All right, so today we're going to talk about 3 common business mistakes that most entrepreneurs make. There's several of those. As a matter of fact, there's a lot of them, but we want to talk about 3 common business mistakes that most entrepreneurs make. And we want to start off with the first one, right? The first mistake here, guys, is wrong business structure. And I know you guys keep hearing us talk about business structure. We keep talking about business structure, which is the business structure is the way you're operating your business. And it's either you're operating as a sole proprietor, that's one business structure. That's the one where, of course, we are working for ourselves. We're self-employed, and we just, have our business, give it a business name. And this is our first business structure, which is being a self-employed individual. And or you often hear about the LLC, which is one of the most common one. Most businesses, small businesses, are using the LLC business structure. And there are other business structure that you can use. And again, most common is the LLC. One, because for the most part, it gives you a liability protection from your personal assets, which most people need. And but it's just not the only one. Of course, there's the corporation, there's S corporation. Now we're not going to get seriously into those structures. Again, this is something that we didn't really cover in our workshop, but just the idea that if you're operating in the wrong business structure, guys, it can create a situation, mostly a lot of times with taxes, again, with liability on your personal assets. So one of the biggest mistakes is to make sure that you are operating in the right business structure. One of the things that I always say is that it doesn't matter how you start, it can always be adjusted, right? So if you start off as a sole proprietor and you got you a business name and you start operating, that is perfectly fine. And if you feel the need, once you have a consultation, I suggest that you should all have a consultation on the business structure, make sure you're in the right place. And once you feel the need to have the consultation and the business structure should be changed, and of course that can happen at any given moment in time. So you're not stuck with where you are, okay? So that's the first point today, guys. Wrong business structure. Most entrepreneurs make that mistake, and we don't want to go too far, doing the wrong business structure that is not conducive to you and to your business, to your liability, and even tax-wise, as we'll talk about later, okay? So 3 common business mistakes. 1, wrong business structure. Number 2, business account. I really, really, really seriously want to drive this point home. And it was one of the biggest questions when we had a workshop. Business account, right? Stop mixing your personal and your business monies in the same account. Whatever you do, guys, once you start your business, make sure you have a business account separate from your personal account. Big question we had, most entrepreneurs does this. You start your business, you're so busy, you're not using the right business account, you're out shopping, getting stuff, ordering supplies, maybe you're traveling, maybe you're having a business meal, whatever it is you're doing, you might pull out your personal card because the money is there, and or the business card. You have to be very conscious, guys, and make sure that you are always just using your business account for your business expenses, and make sure that your income is going into your business account, right? Don't mix them up. There's a lot of reasons why you don't want to mix them up. First of all, you can't get good at counting. Your income and your expenses are going to be incorrect, which means that some deductions you're not going to be able to take on your taxes. It's going to cost you to pay more taxes. And what happens if there's an audit? If there's an audit, things are all over the place. You won't be able to find all your backup documentation. You know, it can cost you to pay more taxes. So it's very important. Again, like I said, big question in our workshop. Have a separate business bank account. Poor bookkeeping, poor tracking of your business income and expenses can create a whole lot of problems. Okay, so that is number two. Number two mistake that you do not want to make. Hi, Karen. How are you doing? Good afternoon, Elaine. Yes. Good afternoon. How are you? Good afternoon, Margie. How are you doing? Thanks for jumping in here. Okay. Hey, Lerna and the hearts. I love the hearts. Okay. Thank you so much for jumping on. You guys hit like and share. Today we're talking about 3 common business mistakes. Again, what we do here is trying to make sure that we learn from other people's mistakes, not only ours, right? And some common stuff, we don't want to have to do them again, have them cost us money, and have to go backwards, correcting some things that we can do right in the first place, right? So that's what we're talking about today. Hey, thanks for jumping on over here, NIG. Yes. So the third common mistake, right? Let's not forget to make a business plan. All right, we talked about this again in our workshop, you guys. For those of you who missed it, we're gonna have another workshop. A business plan, it is a structure that we all need. Most entrepreneurs do not create a business plan, right? You don't have anything to follow, nothing to fall back on, no guide, no structure, no foundation, right? And it helps you to follow what it is that your whole purpose is in the first place of going into business. So it's very, very, very important to have a business plan, know what you're doing, know where you're going, know that all the stuff that a business plan entails, which we covered. Again, you guys, those of you, we can cover this again in our next workshop. You must have a business plan, something to follow. At least do a 3 to 5 year plan and projection, something that will guide you through the way of being a very successful entrepreneur, right? So you got to have it. You cannot drive without it. You cannot do your homework, and you don't want to be able to, start a business, get moving so fast down the road, and then you're not prepared. Something happened. You have nothing to reference, nothing to go back to, nothing to compare anything to, because you never did any of the homework. When you provide yourself with a business plan, when you create one, you have to do some homework, because you must answer some questions in there that will help guide you through the process, okay? Big mistakes. Most entrepreneurs don't have one. And a lot of business guys, and if you ask them right now, do you have a business plan? They say no. They're just winging it and flying by the seat of their pants and, try to work through the process. However, that can, again, cost you more time and money, right? Which is what we don't want to give up. So let's move on to our next point today, guys. The third point, common mistakes that most entrepreneurs make. Let's move on to, wait a minute, is that the third point or the fourth point? I have 4 points here. Tax consideration. The fourth point, tax consideration, very important. The reason why we want to discuss this section, and we always wind up in the tax place, right? Several reasons. Based on your business structure, your taxes are going to be different. This is why it's very important, whether you're running as a single a sole proprietor, whether you're running as an LLC single member, whether you're a partnership or a corporation or S corporation. These are the structures we talked about. All of these have different tax consequences. So it's important to at least have a consultation meeting to determine which one you should be doing. So there's tax consequences there. The other most important thing, guys, as a business owner, right? You need to make sure that you have a tax account set aside for your taxes. No one is deducting taxes from you. No one is deducting your taxes. Like when you have a job, the taxes come out, they get paid. You are not having taxes deducted, so you must be responsible to project. Again, those numbers, keep track of your income, expenses, know what your profits are, and have some idea what your tax liability will be so you can set aside those taxes. Because most businesses, most entrepreneurs, again, where they fail is they wind up owing a lot of taxes, have a great tax bill at the end of the year. If they make a profit, no tax money set aside. They use that money as operational expenses, to cover operational expenses, and they wind up in tax problem the first year they started. Right? I've seen it happen so many times. I've a lot of new business that wind up in a tax situation. And guys, let me tell you, it's very, very discouraging when you first start your business. All of a sudden, you have a tax bill that is so huge, and you wind up in a tax situation. And then, of course, it becomes very discouraging operating your business. Now you got this tax bill you got to take care of, and then you're trying to have operational money. So look, planning, tax consideration, having proper record, proper accounting, know what your taxes are. No one is going to take out those taxes. You got to set that money aside. This is the part of being disciplined. This is the part of having your plan in order, right? This is the part of having your correct bank accounts so you can set aside those tax dollars. These are all huge mistakes that most entrepreneurs make, and we want to make sure you guys do not make those mistakes. It can be so discouraging. Again, people go out of business for this, right? And for tax problems. And then it costs you so much money for someone to help you out of tax problems, right? I mean, we take care of that as well, but I don't want you guys to have tax problems, not even to pay me to get you out of tax problems, okay? So we want to make sure that you don't even get to that place. All you do is you make enough money, have your taxes set aside, have your plan right, and use all of your deductions properly so that you pay less taxes, right? So again, mistakes, there's 4 common business mistakes we talk about that most entrepreneurs make in their business. So let me recap those mistakes. You guys make notes of this because you don't want to make these mistakes, right? They say you learn from your mistakes or somebody else's mistake. Again, this will get you started. All the work and energy and money you put into your business, you can go completely out of business if you don't follow these steps, right? First, number 1, guys, number 1, a wrong business structure. You could be operating in the wrong business structure, which can essentially cost you more money, especially more taxes, especially Social Security taxes. If you're in the wrong business structure, it could be more detrimental than helpful. You know, you want to make sure that you cover your liability. If you're a sole proprietor, you want to form maybe an entity that will take care of your personal liability, protect your personal assets. So very important, have a consultation with someone who knows. So make sure you're operating in the right business structure. Number 2, business account, guys. Business account. Make sure, whatever you do, have a separate business bank account, right? From your personal. Do not mix the two together. Put all your income in the business bank account. Pay all the business expenses from there. It will help you all the way around. If there's, you'll have proper documentation, proper tracking. If there's an audit, you will know exactly where to get your documents from to show, to substantiate your expenses. All of it is super important. So you don't want to mix the two together. There's a question over here. I don't know, for some reason today, I'm not seeing a question on IG. All right, this is a little dark on this side. Let me see if I can figure that out. Okay, I'm not really seeing the question over there, but I don't know if she has, unless you can go to IG and send it over here on Facebook for me. Okay, so that's the second point. Third point, not having a business plan, guys. Super important. It is the guide to keep you on track in your business and help you to, whenever there's a problem in the business, you already have some points in there that you're going to follow, right? Helps you with your marketing. It helps you with all of your projection, so you can stay on top of your income and expenses. It is so important to have some kind of plan. It's a guide. It helps you. You have to be able to have something to be able to drive from. Make a plan, 3 to 5 years plan down the road, what you expect, what your projections are, what your business is about, who your competitors are, how you're going to market to make money. All right. So don't not have a plan. Okay. So you must follow your business plan. It is super important, very essential to the success of your business. All right. And the fourth point, tax consideration. Let's not have a tax problem right away. Let's make sure that we take care of that up front. No one is deducting taxes. And of course, we're in business to make money. We want to make all the money we can. But what we don't want to do is at the end of the year, at the end of the tax period, when we file, now we have a huge tax bill. That money is not there because we didn't track it. We didn't take care of it properly. Now we have a tax bill. So many businesses go out of business for tax problem, especially when they first started. All right. So that's the fourth point today, tax consideration. Make sure that you, take care of those 4 common business mistakes. So that's my 4 points today, guys. We definitely can get into more details. And again, we had a very successful workshop. And I want to thank all you guys for coming to the workshop. And we talked about all these different things. We get into the details, teach you how to make sure that you don't make these mistakes and you know how to do all this stuff at the end of that workshop. So we'll have another workshop coming up in May. Look for it so you can get more details on how exactly you can run and operate your business successfully. All right. So those are my 4 points today, guys. Start and build a successful business. When is that workshop? Again, that one is coming up in May, on May 15th. Okay. A little trouble glare here today, May 18th, it looks like. Okay. So you guys, Margie said, thank you for the workshop. Yes. Thank you guys for jumping in. I got a lot of great feedback, excellent points, excellent question. Everyone took great notes. So make sure that, of course, you guys are registered for that workshop so you can understand what those business plans and how to keep track of your business income and expenses. That was true. I got a lot of points from the workshop. Awesome, Karen. Great. So guys, that's it today. Again, we'll be back here on Thursday with more information. I have to come back through here on IG and see what that question is. Margie says, great information. Okay, yes. Thank you, Elaine. So join me back here this Thursday, April the 28th. We're going to talk about discovering 3 ways to think like a CEO. All right. And that is what we are, right? So we're going to have 3 ways to think like a CEO. We're going to have some points on that. You guys make some notes so that this is the mindset. It's part of the workshop, mindset that gets you in the mindset so you can really essentially think like a CEO and do all the things necessary to be one. Johnny says the classical healing voice. Okay, workshop. She said the workshop was spot on. Johnny has her business, the classical healing voice. You guys look her up. That's right, look her up. And that's another thing I want us to be able to do, guys. Let's support each other businesses as well. And that's another great way of marketing and promoting your business. You know what I mean? You start amongst your peers. And this is awesome. Again, like I said, surround yourself with like-minded people. This is absolutely perfect. All right. So thank you guys for jumping in here today. We'll be back on Thursday again. And I want you guys to, again, hit like and share on this video and any other type of business consultation that you guys need, right? After the workshop and even now and as we go forward, you need assistance with your business, give us a call at PROBY'S 323-290-9034. Any tax situation you need, accounting, we'll be keeping track, keeping proper accounting records, all that stuff. Guys, we can assist you with that at PROBY'S Tax and Accounting. Visit our website at PROBY'stax.com. Check out our services, and we are here to help you. The whole point here is that everyone is going to be very successful. Everyone is a winner, and you get out what you put in, right? So this is where we want to know exactly what we need to do to make it right. All right. With that said, guys, you have a wonderful rest of your Tuesday afternoon. I will see you guys back here on Thursday. Hit like and share on this video. And you guys take care of each other and take care of yourself. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.